Hello, friends. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to have a little pause there for dramatic effect. But I am Ernie Zuniga. This is another episode of Pickup Lines, the talk show in a car. The only one that I know of. I know other people have done content in cars. Jerry Seinfeld, James Corden. I get it. I understand. But this might be the only talk show, at least in San Antonio.
Not this one. This one is different.
Thank you. Someone who knows a thing or two about talk shows and content creation, the great Samantha Najera, who I'd have to go back and look. In the history of Pickup Lines, there have only been, I think I can count on one hand, the number of people who have sat in this seat twice.
Oh!
And you are now, for what it's worth, so in that
special.
Group.
VIP.
Just move it. Move
I'm
adjust
moving
the seat however you want.
Because I'm little. I'm itty bitty. So
Samantha Najera, Bean Chisme, among many other things. I would need 3 sheets to fill up all the titles that you have. But welcome back. I don't get to say this very often. Welcome back to Pickup Lines.
Thank you. Thank you for having me twice in less than a year. I feel so special.
I know. I don't know how the heck you're a great agent or publicist, I guess.
I'm not sad.
Amazing. You got all prettied up and everything for the show.
I did my hair. I did my makeup because I knew that we were going to be here live on KSAT, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. By the way, let's go back to that. We are live on the KSAT platforms here on Facebook, as it were, and we can pull the tape because I was on your show not too long ago. And Samantha Najera, the one and only, you're the one who I should probably blame for all this because you put this out in the universe.
I did ask on my show, one of the last questions was, would you ever do TV again? And you were
what
like,
did I say?
If the right opportunity came around, I would.
If I could make a meaningful impact,
true,
I would. And lo and behold, the phone rang not too long after that. And the rest is history, as they say.
So I should be your publicist.
Maybe. I don't know if I could afford you, but nonetheless, you don't need any help right now, I don't think. You're doing just fine on your own. We are a day away from a big day for you.
Yes.
Season 5 of the Bean Chisme show.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. 5 seasons.
Premieres tomorrow night live on YouTube. Is it at 7 o'clock?
YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, 7 o'clock Central.
That's a milestone, right? 5.
I know.
It's a nice round number to get to 5 years and everything.
Yeah. We've been around 7 years, right. But it's our actual 5th season of having like a live show. We went down a year and a half for COVID, so this is it.
Most people went down for a year and a half for COVID.
I had to figure out my life.
What a crazy time. I'm still trying to figure out my life.
I feel like I'm still recovering too. There's moments where I'm like, glitch in the matrix. Like I still feel like I'm in.
You know what happened is people start talking about measles recently, and I'm like, oh wait, no, not again.
Yeah,
Like I think about
Lord,
fingers, toes crossed. You hear about anything like
no, I
flu,
freak out too.
Outbreak. No, I don't want to hear it. We're not going back there. Yes, but I did your show not too long ago and had a fantastic time. But you were telling me season 5, you've kind of tweaked things a little bit.
Well, the number one change with the season 5 is our partnership with Credit Human.
Yes.
Which is a credit union here in San Antonio, formerly San Antonio Credit Union.
Okay.
I don't know if do you remember
SACU?
That? Yeah, do you remember SACU?
I think I had a savings account there one time that had like $5 in it, and they finally closed it because I didn't put enough money in there.
Same. I had a job at 14. I lied. That I was 15.
You lied?
I lied. My first job was at Peter Piper Pizza.
Wait a minute.
On Bandera and
Wait a minute. It's still there, isn't it?
It's still there. It was new back then. It was cool.
What were you making pizzas, or what were you doing back there?
I was a party hostess.
Of course you were. They call you Sam?
With the hat, with the dinosaur.
It says Sam on your name tag?
Yes, it said Sam. And I lied, and I said I was 15, and so the first bank account I opened was at San Antonio Credit Union. My mom helped me do that.
So essentially, child labor laws were violated or something.
I don't know. I'll ask Social Security when it hopefully comes in. Taxes.
Oh my gosh, Peter Piper Pizza. I'm just trying to.
If you're from San Antonio, you know how hard.
There's got to be photos somewhere.
Peter Piper goes.
Yeah, seriously.
It goes hard.
By the way, we're in the parking lot of KSAT 12, and I should remind you, once upon a time, spent time here in this very building.
Oh my gosh. Yes, my TV career started here at KSAT 12. A lot of people don't know that. I was a production assistant on Good Morning San Antonio.
GMSA.
Yeah,
back in the day.
4:30 call times.
Oh.
4:30 a.m. and that was done around noon. But I was in college, getting out of college. I didn't care. I have no kids or anything. I was like, I'll do it.
Sleep did not matter as much as it does now. That's what I tell my kids right now. Enjoy naps and sleeping now, because when later in life you're going to wish you had slept more.
Yes, they don't listen though. They don't
But
get
you
it.
did have a budding TV news career and behind the camera and in front of the camera.
I did. Yeah, so I started here at KSAT behind the camera, and then I got a news reporter job in College Station. There's an ABC affiliate out there called ABC 40. And I learned the hard part of news nowadays is the multitasking part, because they're called video journalists now.
Right,
like
like MMJs or one-man band, essentially, where you're shooting everything, you're carrying all the equipment, you're editing, you're writing, and then you're getting in front of you set the camera up, and then you get the microphone, and you get in front of it, and you hope you're centered up, you hope you're in the middle, and you're looking at the right, and that it's focused.
Yeah, no, I cried a lot. Because I grew up in old school TV, where the cameraman was with you, they drove you around, you had a budget for clothes and makeup, and all that was gone. They were like, write, shoot, edit 3 stories in one day and upload on a website. It was a new thing to
Yes.
upload it to the website.
The website, the internet, for $4.25 an hour or whatever you were making at the time.
Oh gosh, yeah, barely making my rent. That was
my first salary in TV news was $13,000 a year, and I thought I had hit the Texas lotto because I was living at home.
Aww.
And I was like, my salary has 5 figures in it. That was before taxes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm like, you look at the end. I'm like,
but
wait a minute. Where did all the money go?
But it was fun. And of course, as you know, in this business, we do it because we love it. We can't not do it.
I literally did a career day the other day, and a young man, a 4th, 5th grader. Of course, they always ask you, how much money do you make? And I always,
somebody asked you that?
Oh, every time. But I understand. I get it. I always tell the kids the same thing. Respectfully, I'm not going to tell you how much I make. But what I always tell them is, please, 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 do not get in this business for the money.
Yeah.
Because for a long time in the beginning, you will probably make little to no money.
Correct.
Now, later, if you stay around long enough and some things go your way, you can do very well for yourself.
Yes.
But please, they're like, what kind of car do you drive? And I'm like, well, it's complicated. But
yours is technically complicated because this Lexus is pretty sweet.
But nonetheless, anyway, enough about me. We're here to talk about you. Content creation, everything. I mean, was there a time when you weren't sure that you could make this, like you could earn a living? You have a child. I mean,
I do have a daughter.
You have another person to provide for that you could, because I went through this when I was doing pickup lines. Like, oh my gosh, I have 3 kids. Can I pay the mortgage and support my kids and look my wife in the face and tell her this is going to be okay?
I asked myself that about every other day at this point. I'm still in that phase of the career. Luckily for me, before Bean Chisme started, I owned a company called Heartfire Media.
You did.
And so with Heartfire Media, we do social media strategy, video production, we do photography for some live events. So that luckily is my bread and butter. And Bean Chisme the past 7 years is just this growing baby. But I also feel like because it's such a huge vision that I have, it's just going to take a little longer than what I wanted. And it is, there's so many times I'm like, why do I do this? And doing stand-up as well.
Oh, we'll get to that in a little bit, because that's a whole other animal. But you did, Heartfire was in like 2012, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about 13 years ago, how just the digital age, social media, content creation has changed just in the last dozen years.
Just in the last two to 3 years.
Good point.
Too, because before we didn't have TikTok. And honestly, that's kind of why I started the company, because I had a bunch of people asking me, do you know this thing called Facebook? Like, we need one for our dental office. Do you know how to make websites? Oh, we need a video. There's this thing called YouTube. That's
the Facebook
why.
or Face Space or whatever people used to call it at the very beginning.
Oh my gosh. Did you have a MySpace?
I did.
I'm so curious to know what your MySpace looked like. You were in TV already, though.
Yeah, I just
Right.
I dabbled in it. I did have a MySpace. If you found it somewhere, you'd be very disappointed, because I don't know that I posted much of anything on it.
I want to know what the song was, like the theme
Oh,
song.
boy, that's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Making my way downtown. I really want to sing that song in this car just because it's cute.
No. I distinctly remember being at a San Antonio Hispanic Association of Journalists meeting 15 years ago, whenever it was. And they were having a workshop, I'll never forget, on this new thing called Twitter. And we're going to teach you how to use Twitter and everything. And I remember saying it like an idiot. I was like, that's not going to last. That's just whatever. That's just whatever. Let's get out of here with it. I'm not going to that. And yeah, look who looks like a genius now.
No, imagine the TikTok. I was like pretty dead set on not doing TikTok or Snapchat. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I can't.
Well, I did it that just because I had 3 teenagers. And I need to be able to see what the young people are talking about and make sure my kids are not doing anything crazy on.
Facts.
Because you have these conversations about how one mistake on social media can mess you up for the rest of your life.
Ooh, aren't you glad I didn't have that in high school? Oh my gosh.
Because you went to high school at
Marshall,
the Marshall Rams.
And so UIW.
If somebody had been following you around with a phone in high school,
I mean, honestly, I'm very similar to who I am now. There's not much of a difference, but I was very silly. So who knows? I would have been doing something. I would have been doing some crazy stuff.
What's the craziest thing you ever did in high school that you can talk about without violating any Texas state laws?
Oh my gosh. That I did?
In Marshall?
I mean, I was pretty good. There's some stuff I did personally that was kind of crazy. Okay. But not like at school. I was pretty...
Or personally, I mean, if you want to go there. I mean, it's just something you did that you're like, I just can't believe it.
Okay, so are y'all ready for the real?
Yeah, I am actually.
But this was in middle school. So I went to Pat Neff Middle School.
Yes, I know about that.
I got caught at Fiesta, Texas stealing. And the
Sorry,
only... So back then, like, being a chola, like hood rat style, was like the vibe. Like, that was just lifestyle of my middle school era. At Pat Neff Middle School, inside the loop of 410, by the way. So
Indeed.
Don't come for me.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Well, don't make me take all my earrings.
No, take the shrimps out.
And I was just hanging around these girls because I wanted to be cool.
So Fiesta, Texas was relatively new, probably around that time.
That was the spot. Like, it was either Fiesta, Texas, or the skating rink or the mall. Like, that's where you went.
North Star. Or South Park. Ingram. That's right. Hello, Ingram by Pat Neff. Yeah. Yes. I'm silly me. Yes. So you're at Fiesta, Texas with the girls.
And my friends are so we had these little backpacks. They came back into fashion. These little backpacks, and like they were putting stuff in my backpack. And Fiesta, Texas has these undercover workers.
Yes.
And we got caught. And funny story. Gonna toot my own horn here. My parents they didn't press charges. They let me go because I wrote a letter. Like, I had to write a statement of what had happened. They were like, she writes really well.
Oh.
Like, she's well spoken. She's like, we know she obviously doesn't belong with those two. So we're just gonna let her go.
She has a future, perhaps.
Dude, my mom let me have it. But I mean, I'm a criminal? Am I a criminal?
Not in my eyes. I mean, it's who among us hasn't done something questionable in our formative years?
Yeah. So, Is that a good story?
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
I have some juicier ones.
Every time I drive by Fiesta, Texas now, I'm going to think about a young
remember Sam
Samantha Najera. How did she get it? How did they hire her at Peter Piper with a criminal record?
Dang.
Well, yeah, you're clean now. She's clean.
I'm a thug.
I see you have something in your hand here. I always ask guests if they feel inclined or moved to bring a personal item. I have not seen this until just now. But I see what you have, and I see a Disney. I'm seeing some Disney in this, but I'll let you explain what this is and why it's so meaningful to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put these on because they're very important to me.
There you have it.
These are my Disney ears, my Mickey ears, but they're mariachi hats. Look at them! Oh my gosh,
I've never seen that.
You can't get more puro sananto. This is my personality, literally in one shot, you guys.
Now, you didn't get that at Market Square, did you?
I got it here at Catalina's Antique.
Oh, you did? Okay. You
Alpha
did.
Blanco.
Okay. You did not get that in Orlando or
Absolutely
in,
not.
Was it Anaheim?
Nope. It's Orlando and Anaheim. Yeah, you have it, right? But
Yuri is Catalina's, right?
Yes.
The massive Disney.
Yuri and Anthony.
They're both like massive Disney.
And they're very creative.
And very creative.
Crafty. And so they made these and I bought them there. And I've been going to Disney my whole life since I was a little girl. I've counted at least 12 times I've been to Disney.
Really? Disney World or Land?
I've been to both, but I would say Disney World 12.
So that you prefer, given the choice, you prefer Disney World?
Oh, yeah. Hands
Orlando.
down. Now, if you're a real Disney lover, of course, you're going to absolutely love Disneyland. It's like the motherland, the original OG. But Disney World just blows it all out of the water, in my opinion. So I've been going, and now I've taken my daughter 4 times, and I could have already paid for her college by now.
You could have paid for my daughter's college as well. You could have paid for several students' collage.
So if y'all want to know where Sam's money goes, it literally goes to Disney trips.
You have one planned right now?
I don't have... I want to say my age for my birthday in January.
Yes.
We just got back. 6 days.
Oh, good for you.
I just got back. So this year's checked off.
Okay. What does being a mom mean to you?
Oh my gosh, this is such a great question. Being a mom is probably the best part of my life because it really means stepping outside of yourself and being like the ultimate best friend, the ultimate guardian angel to somebody else and giving somebody else the absolute best of you. She gets the best of me, hands down. I have a daughter, so she's got the princess treatment. Ever since I found out I was pregnant with a girl, too, I was like, oh, I knew. Her theme, like her baby thing, was Cinderella.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, she's going to be totally spoiled. So it's just the best part. It's so much fun. Very difficult.
Well, you're single mama.
Single mom.
That's what I just want to say, because being a mother is difficult, period. But you've done it as a single mother, which I think is very, admirable, and I have a lot of respect for you and other single moms who have done it.
Yeah. I don't know how sometimes, but then, honestly, the level of hard, you get so used to it that you're like, oh, this was just, I did 20 things today, but that's my normal life now. But we enjoy it. You know, she's 11, and so at 11, we still have a lot of fun.
Yes.
We have a lot of fun. She's still a little girl, so I do. Although she tries to act grown, I'll tell you that.
I've got one of those as well.
Like, who are you? She's in that shit. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm still your mom.
Yeah.
Mommy. She calls me mommy.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't ever stop calling me mommy. But yeah, no, I love it. Motherhood means everything to me. I'm so glad I had her. I was almost 30 when I had her.
Yes.
I think it was like the perfect age.
Yeah. We had our first one at 31, yeah.
Don't you feel like that was like the perfect age to start having children?
Well, I didn't plan it that way because we wanted to have children earlier, but issues and complications and stuff, and finally got it sorted out, and then she came when I was about 31. And so, yes, and now she's 19.
Oh my gosh.
So you do the math at home.
Woo,
yes, I'm getting old. So if you don't mind me asking, are you actively dating? Are you single life right now? Are you spoken for?
I am not spoken for, but I am actively dating.
Okay. Because I wonder...
Not yet. I'm not spoken for yet.
I wonder if...
This person knows who he is.
Okay. Well, I'm going
to... But if you don't lock it in, boo, what am I supposed to do?
Okay. Well, here we go.
I mean?
Here we go. I was just asking because I wonder just... You pour yourself into your content creation, right? You obviously pour yourself into motherhood. And I wonder just how much thought you've given to that part of your life, and if that's something that you feel like you need right now, or maybe it's something you do later on.
That is such a great question because nobody ever asked me this. So, good point. When you're a career-driven person, it is extremely difficult to balance a romantic personal life unless you got married early on and they grew with you in your career.
Right.
But my kind of career took over my first 20 years of my career.
Yes.
Like, I was just focused on that. So it has been difficult to date. And it has been difficult to find somebody who can understand the lifestyle too. I think if we were in LA, Austin, New York, they'd be like, well, yeah, duh, career, like, I got you. But in San Antonio, it's very family oriented. So I have to, and I also have to behave. Like, and when I say behave,
do you?
Well, because when I say behave, it's like, oh shoot, there's a Spurs game tonight. Going to Spurs game. Oh, Fiesta, let's go. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to Vegas next weekend, you guys. Like,
but there's cameras everywhere now.
I know. So I have to learn that if you want to be in a relationship, you have to set the time aside and prioritize it.
Okay.
So I'm learning.
Aren't we all though? Aren't we all?
Why do you have somebody?
What do women want? That's what I want to know.
Me?
What do women want? No. Well, listen. I don't have to tell you. She likes slow walks on the beach, or what is? I mean, if we were on the dating game right now, or whatever, like what? Samantha Najera from San Antonio, Texas. She enjoys
Disney.
So he needs to have a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And
we're not playing. We're not playing here. I mean, look. I could be humble. I like
pass.
Long walks to the taco truck are good, but if you can't afford the fast pass and stay on the
Dole
resort,
Whip
and the Dole Whip,
the ice cream bars are really good.
This is what I tell people: if I'm gonna get my heart broken, it's not gonna be on Culebra Road. It's gonna be in the Cayman Islands. Okay. See, somebody gave me a thumbs up.
Somebody did. Somebody.
They hear me.
Maybe
They feel
been.
me.
Maybe they've been dumped in the Cayman Islands. I don't know. A few more minutes for Samantha Najera because she's got to pick up her daughter from school and be a responsible mother here. But the Bean Chisme show goes live with season 5 tomorrow night, 28 hours from now, right? At 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Tune in on Facebook and YouTube. Follow Bean Chisme on those platforms, and you will find us there.
People still ask me this, and I have my answer, but do you ever get nervous when you go on camera? Go on live?
I do, but not so much. Not so much. For me, having a camera is nothing compared to being live and with people in front of you. So now, a little bit.
Have you ever done something on camera or done content creation, because this happens to me, where you think on paper it's the most brilliant thing you've ever done, and then you've done it, and it's aired, and you're like, what in the hell was I thinking?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But then I'm glad I took risks. I'm glad I took those risks because I can look back and be like, okay, that was kind of stupid. That was kind of silly. But at the same time, I'm like, no, girl, you had to just try. You had to throw, I tell people, throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks kind of thing.
And apologize later.
Exactly.
If you want. Okay. Very good. I'm just looking out the window here because I was like, I think Senator John Cornyn literally just walked into the front door. And I'm like, wouldn't that be something?
Why not? And he's so nice.
No, he is. He's down. But I'm just thinking, like, squirrel. Like, not that I would never have you upstaged by a senior member of Congress. But that's the thing about being in this business. You never know who's going to literally walk by, or we're sitting in the parking lot and a United States senator walks by, or a chef, or a movie star.
How does it feel? I know we got to go, but how does it feel to be back in TV? And at KSAT, like a San Antonio staple. Oh my gosh.
It's such a blessing. I can't even believe it. I literally have my KSAT badge here.
Oh, shoot.
And I have to look at it sometimes to remind myself, like, this is really, it's your fault.
It is so weird. I'm not going to lie. When I saw your email and it said Ernie@ksat.com, I know, right? That's so weird. Little adjustment, but I love it.
It's tremendous blessing. What can I say? And they've allowed me to do pickup lines and to continue this. I know you have a lot of fans in this building. I'm not being funny or anything. Like, people really, I have heard unsolicited from people in the market who will talk about Bean Chisme and like, that's Samantha Najera. Like, I like her. I like what she does.
That makes my heart happy.
I'm not being funny. Like, I'm serious.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I'm 1,000% serious.
That means so much. Coming from a girl who didn't feel like she belonged in any of these TV stations, even at the radio station when I interned in high school. Right. I didn't feel good enough. Like, I'm never going to make it here. I'm the quiet Hispanic girl in the back. To be talked about like that is in my hometown. Say what?
Say what? Where are you? Marshall High School? Where are you at now? Exactly. No, super proud of you. Thrilled for your 5th season again tomorrow night. YouTube, Facebook, the Bean Chisme show, which has a great following already. But hopefully we can add to this a little bit more tomorrow. And here's to many, many more seasons of great content creation.
Cheers!
Look at she's even. Now I haven't made it yet because I don't have a pickup lines. I don't have a pickup lines cup yet. But Samantha Najera is doing all right.
Thank you, Ernie. Thanks for having me.
Two-time pickup lines guest
Boom.
now. There she is, the great Samantha Najera. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank
Continued
you so
success.
much. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it.
BeanChisme.net again is the website and the premiere tomorrow night. All right, there you have another episode of Pickup Lines. You never know you never know if a senator is gonna walk by or who's gonna be sitting in the car, who's gonna walk around the car. You just never know.
Love it.
Until next time, have a great day.
Bye
for
guys.
now.